Hi, this is Jeff Lesher with Shift, and I know the lighting for this video is a little bit odd, but it's in part because it continues to rain like crazy here. We've got a brief respite, so I left the curtains open so we could see some green outside and kind of lighten the mood, and lighten the mood a little bit in contrast to what I'd love to talk with you about today. Pretty personal for a couple reasons. One, because I think that the issues that I deal with are similar to the issues that a lot of us deal with. And the second is that I make these videos often and I offer a lot of advice, and I'm confident that the advice is sound and when put into action will be helpful. I'm not above the need for counsel myself, nor am I the paragon of virtue in all things important to business. So here's my deal. I live with a fair amount of anxiety, and not just fretting. I have a level of anxiety that is clinically one that could be treated medically with pharmaceuticals, and I choose not to go that route, not because I don't believe in the efficacy of the medications, but I just think that for me it's better that I work through those issues that make me feel often very uncomfortable in public settings where I can't appear to be uncomfortable. So the question becomes, how do you deal with that, kind of make it through your day? And there are two things that I do that, hopefully understanding this to be true about me and to the extent that it may be true about you, two things that you might try that are very different from one another to just be better able to engage with your world, because what you possess is important to the rest of us. With you in the world actively, positively, we are better. And so I want to encourage and support that. So here's what I do. The first thing is I try to be nice. Now that's kind of a silly sounding thing, but here's how it translates. We have a dog in our family, and I walk the dog regularly, and when I'm outside, I try to make eye contact with people and say hello. And occasionally, I engage people in conversation. When I'm at the store, I look for people who may not be able to reach the top shelf, and I offer help, or I hold the door. I smile a lot. I say hello a lot. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel more in control. I just try to be nice. That's number one. Number two is I have a bit of a stage background. And so the concept comes from that, but it's not really about being an actor, good, bad, or otherwise. It's about playing a role. So it translates like this. If something is about me, Jeff Lesher, it can make me that much more uncomfortable. I don't like parties that are for me or about me. I don't like recognition that's for me or about me. But when I'm in a situation, for example, working with a group, and I'm Jeff Lesher, shift consultant, Jeff Lesher, guy here to help, Jeff Lesher, somebody who knows something about something that could be useful to you, I play that role. I'm playing a role right now. I'm playing the on-camera persona of this guy who otherwise would be just so repulsed by the way that he knows he looks on camera, he wouldn't make the video at all, and this message would never get out. So be nice and be willing to play a role. Step outside of yourself, intellectually, philosophically, psychologically, and therefore, in some ways, for real. It's not about me, it's about the role that I'm needing to play. I'm a parent. I played the role of father for over a quarter of a century, and you know what? I'm not that bad at it, but it's not really me all-inclusive, it's me in that role. I've been married for almost 30 years, and so far so good. I'm pretty good at that. I've certainly gotten better at it. I play that role, not because I don't really feel it, but because that's a particular mode. And if we can take ourselves, as many of my colleagues say, out of your head, where you get stuck, where you get wrapped around the axle, where you imagine the worst or the least of yourself, and into a space where you can effectively play the role of something that you believe in, you're interested in, you want to share with the world, do that. And if you go back to the be nice, if you can combine the two, the role as a nice, caring person, At Shift, we say we are the most caring, among other things, in our consulting practice, and we really are. We care deeply, and we evince that. So do that. And you too can, at least to some extent, as I have to some extent, overcome those challenges. They're still there. I live with them every day. Sometimes I live with them so much in the moment that I'm not sure I can get out of my car and into the meeting, but I do. And I smile as I do it, and I get into the role that I need to play, and I kick ass with and for my clients. That matters. Make it matter for you. Find a way to do it. I believe you can. I look forward to hearing how you do.